Sometimes it's the muscles that you can't see that need the most help. Welcome back to the GymCrafter YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Tim. I am the head gym nerd here at GymCrafter. And happy Friday, everybody.
Does that make you feel better?
Today is another episode of Fast Friday where we give you just a little morsel, just a little nugget of garage gym goodness to last you through the weekend, something to kind of take 10 minutes off your clock in the middle of the day on a Friday when you're just trying to get out of work. And I've got something cool for you guys today. Anytime I get something that I find myself using a lot, and what I'm going to show you today, I find myself using probably 3 to 4 times a week at this point, and I see myself working up to pretty much using it every day in my general warm-up, and that is this little thing right here. This is called the Tib Machine, I believe, and it's by the Tib Bar guy. The Tib Bar guy was nice enough to send me a few things for review, so thank you for that. And it works really nicely with my training right now because I am doing the knees over toes guy training. I'm sure I'm not the only one you're hearing talking about this, but at 54 years old and with a horrible vertical jump, I am trying to increase my vertical, and I'm hoping that this bad boy right here helps me out with that.
Billy, listen to me. What? White men can't jump.
So let me show you what the Tib Machine is, and I want to start by saying that in order to train your tibs, you do not need equipment. You can do just what's called a wall raise. You can scale that by moving your feet closer to and further from the wall. You do not need to spend any money. However, what you probably do need to do is train your tibs. Your tibialis, which is the muscle that runs in front of your shin right here, is really important. It's also probably, it could very likely be the culprit. If you have knee pain or ankle pain or both, strengthening your tibialis is actually going to help that. So the interesting thing is if you have strong quads, strong hamstrings, strong calves, but your ankles and your Achilles and your tibs are weak, what happens is you have a muscular imbalance that can cause issues. Also, this muscle, even though it's not something you can see in the mirror, so a lot of people are like, well, I can't do curls with this muscle, so why work it, right? It's important to work because it's responsible for a couple things athletically. Number one, it's responsible for deceleration. So if you play any sports at all, whether it's chasing a 3-year-old down the street and you need to run and then stop, or whether it's playing baseball or basketball or soccer or any number of other sports that require quick deceleration, it is this muscle that does it. It is this muscle that hurts when you get shin splints. And strengthening this muscle is the best way to prevent shin splints if you're a runner, is to have a strong tib. It's important in running. It's really important in jumping. This is the part that allows your the deceleration into the post so that you can actually jump. There's a lot of things that tibialis does, and what happens, like I said, is since you can't curl with it, most people don't train it, so it ends up being one of the weaker muscles in your body. And I can definitely attest to that because in addition to the Tib Machine, they sent me a set of weights that go with this. Now you don't need to buy these if you've already got small weights, but 2 10-pound plates, 2 5-pound plates, and 2 2.5-pound plates. And when I first took this out of the box, I'm like, oh, I'll slap the 10s on there. We'll start there and see. Yeah, no, I need to start with the 2.5s. This is the heaviest, between these 2 plates, this is the heaviest 5 pounds that I lift in my gym all day long, every single day right now. These things, it's brutal, guys. I did not realize just how weak this muscle is. And the delayed onset muscle soreness the next day, the first couple times, it's a little rough. But that tells me that it's working. That tells me that it does a good job. And so now that you know why you might want to work your tibs, a couple ways that you can do that. Like I said, number one, you can do that with body weight up against the wall. I mentioned that I'm doing this for the knees over toes guy training. Check out his YouTube channel. I will also link that down below. And he's got a ton of different tutorials on how to do that, why it's important. I'm also going to link this stuff down below. So if you decide that this is something that's going to benefit your training, that is an affiliate link. It does help me out a little bit if you use that link. It also lets manufacturers like the Tib Bar guy know that it is worth sending me stuff so that I can try it out and show you, because if nobody clicks on the links, they're like, hey Tim, why did we send you that stuff? So definitely use those if you can. But let me show you this. First of all, this is actually really well built. I really like this. Now they make a couple of other versions. The Tib Bar guy clearly got his start by selling what's called the Tib Bar, which is a scaled down version of this. It's got a couple of them. You can see them on the website. I'll link that down below. But this is kind of the most beefy, overbuilt version of that, which I love. I love stuff like this. I love gadgets for the gym, and this definitely fills the gadget for your gym quota for the month, but it's really well built. So it's got 4 nice feet on it. It doesn't move a lot. It's got some diamond plate here where you put your feet. This padding is actually really, really good. I love the vinyl on this. And then how it moves, it's got some UHMW on there, really thoughtfully designed. And then how it moves is super smooth. So I really enjoy using it. You can use it sitting or standing, but basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna load some weights on the side. And then a couple things I like about using it is when you scoot back and you lower to the bottom portion, it kind of stretches your tib a little bit. And studies are showing more and more that the stretched position is where you're going to get the most muscle growth. So I like that it sits there. So you're going to want to bring it down and pause for a second or two and then flex up and then bring it down and pause for a second or two. It also helps with my ankle mobility. I've noticed with that stretch a little bit, it's allowing me to kind of push my foot a little bit forward more and more. So it's helping with that as well and strengthening my ankle as well as my tib. So I do like that aspect of it. And then basically all I'm doing, and right now I'm doing 2 sets of 25 on each foot. I'm doing it, like I said, probably every other day right now, so 3 to 4 times a week, and dealing with the soreness the next day. Because like I said, my tibs are super, super weak, which might explain why I can't jump higher than a Lego. And I'm not exaggerating about that. But that is the tib machine by the Tib Bar Guy. If you have any questions on this, let me know. As with everything here on the channel, I will use it for a while. And I'm going to come back and let you guys know not only how this thing held up and if it was worth the training over doing it body weight, but is the training itself doing anything? Follow along on the channel, make sure you're subscribed. I am going to document this whole process of me trying to increase my vertical jump.
White men can't jump.
And my mid-50s, which may or may not be a smart idea, right? But I'm trying to do it smart. I'm trying to do it so I don't get hurt. And this is definitely one of the key tools for doing that. So thanks for hanging in. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Don't get hurt playing basketball. If you are playing a lot of basketball, one of these might be good for you. But that's all I've got for now. And until the podcast hits on Monday, I'll see you then. I'm Tim from GymCrafter.